You are looking live at Harbor High School on the campus of Harbor High School here in Springdale, Arkansas, and welcome to Springdale Athletic Foundation Television and the 18th renewal of the Cats and the Dogs. It's Springdale High taking on Harbor High. Hi again, everybody. Zach Arns, voice of the Bulldogs, high atop Wildcat Stadium, and alongside my partner as we do in all of these events, Donald Tucker, the voice of the Wildcats. And you really don't have to build these up. I mean, these are cats and dogs fighting it out for another year.
Yeah, we say it every year. It's almost the clash of the Titans, right? These guys play each other every year, and it's the Super Bowl of high school football games.
It is as big as it gets, and you get the intra-city rivalry. And on top of that, you've got two teams fighting for playoff position. Here we take a look at the matchup coming in. Springdale 2-3 on the year, Harbor 1-4, but I don't think the records really tell the story here. Both teams 1-1 in conference play, and Harbor's been getting better. I called you earlier in the week, and I just asked the question. They're getting better, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They've kind of trying to figure out what the rhythm is. Offensively, they took a while to get developed. They're hitting on all 8 cylinders now, which is exactly what we want them to do. Defensive, I think they're still a little bit behind the curve, but they're getting better each game. And that's exactly what you want game after game.
Now, Springdale has changed everything on the offensive side of the football. They have gone from the spread, the hurry-up spread, to the flex bone. And if you're not familiar with that, Harding University uses it at the D3 level. Here we're taking a look at some highlights from last week and a big win for Harbor over Heritage.
Yeah, it really was. I think the Cats needed a big confidence builder. They did a great job, and it seemed like that game, every aspect of the Cats football game worked. Like they defensively came together, offensively, special teams. If we can play like that every single game going forward, we're going to have a great season.
Now, this right here, the first play of the ball game, gets returned for a pick six. Kind of got Harbor rolling.
Yep.
And from there, it was a 61-13 win. And really, the most complete performance you've seen from Harbor this year.
Absolutely. All the way around. I think the best way streaming would say that they're playing complementary football. And that's probably the first game Harbor has done it. Maybe even in the last 2 years.
Yeah, and it was, they turned them over. They did everything that you need to do to play complementary football. And,
right.
And a win like that does a whole lot for your for your psyche.
Well, not just your psyche, but the coach's psyche, the fan base. Everybody that's involved in Harbor football, it gives them a little bit of wind in their sail, right? A little bit of momentum, and they take that and the week before they play Springdale, that's important.
Let's talk about first-year coach coming into this rivalry. Coach Eckley, he's new to this.
Right.
There's a bit of a learning curve for him as well with Arkansas high school football coming down from Missouri.
Yeah, he made a name for himself, Hall of Fame coach in Missouri, comes down to Arkansas, and it's almost baptism by fire. You come into the 7A West, which is the toughest conference or one of the toughest conferences in the state, playing every game as a state championship caliber game. You don't have a lot of learning curve. Like, you got to get to work quick.
Yeah, and I think early on, there was some catching up to do, but it looks like, based on what we saw last week, even the week before against Bentonville, Harbor very competitive for 2 quarters,
Absolutely.
2.5 quarters.
Yeah. Harbor's done a great job of, it's interesting. They would take the ball and then score maybe even 21 points, for the first few possessions. That helps momentum. But it seems like, to your point, at the end of the game, they kind of start tailing off for whatever reason. I know the coaches are working on it, and I'm sure they've got an answer for it this week.
Some highlights from Springdale's game last week against Bentonville West is the first touchdown of the ball game. Cade Nasserud going in from 20 yards out. And Springdale was off and running early, and then Bentonville West kind of got the offense going. You see a nice play here by Michael Dickerson in the middle of that defense. Leo De La Sancha as well making the stop here. And, Springdale has had a very odd year defensively. They're winning a lot of first and second downs.
Right.
Third and fourth downs have been an issue. We'll talk about that as the game goes on, as captains are on the field here. We'll update you on the coin toss. But Springdale's got to find a way to run the football tonight against a very good Wildcat defense. Springdale running for about 315 yards per game on the year. Springdale's won the toss. They're going to get the football first. This is certainly the MO for Springdale. It has been all year, but this has been the bugaboo for Springdale defensively, has been busts in the secondary, being able to get behind their safeties, and their young safeties. Their guys haven't played a lot of football back there, and Springdale's really going to struggle tonight if Harbor's allowed to sort of run free into those zones.
Yeah, I think Harbor's on the same fence. The defensive backfield's been a struggle for Harbor as well. So I think we offset there as far as the deep ball goes and the big plays go. But from what I've seen from Springdale, they do a great job of running between the tackles and just daring the other team to stop them. And Lochka is a fantastic ball carrier, and it doesn't matter how hard he hits, he can run into a brick wall. He's going to get up smiling and want to do it again.
This is game number 6 for both Springdale and Harbor. Springdale has attempted 15 passes. They are not going to throw it a lot. They will, as Coach likes to say, they run for first downs, they throw for touchdowns. When they complete them, they're 4 for 15 on the year. When they do complete passes, they go for big yards.
Yeah, that they do. I think all the way around, these guys, they're going to play different football than they played all year, both sides of the ball. They're going to play each other just like it's the last game they'll ever play, and the excitement will be here. It'll be fun to watch.
Springdale coming onto the field right now. We await Harbor's entrance from our right. And, guys, if we can, let's take a look at the starting lineups.
There we go, Harbor's starting lineup. Got the defense here. Spurlock, Gardesire, Center, Carter, Grayson, Esperanza, Baker, and Langley on the front. Daspit, Brimmer, Hamby in the defensive backfield.
And it's going to be one of those body blow games.
It is. Hands off on the right-hand side, hits the mob. It's going to be stopped there at the line of scrimmage.
And Jacob Simpson first there for Springdale. He plugged a hole, and now all of a sudden you're in a third and long.
For no gain. It'll be 3rd and 10, Wildcats.
What an exciting night tonight. You've got the Wildcats and the Bulldogs. I'm telling you, the first defensive stand in the first quarter, you got to the 2-inch line, and Springdale holds strong right now. Now you've got Harbor driving. It's 3rd and 10. What a great game to be at. It's an awesome atmosphere down here. Wish you could be here. Back to you, Donald.
Coach Robert Johnson on the sidelines there. Completed at the 49-yard line. It'll be 4th down.
And it's going to be 4th and 1. Yeah, they got 1 foot down. Gives Harbor an opportunity here to complete the 4th down. Again, teams completing about 64% on 4th down against Springdale on the season. It's been one of the things that I know has driven Coach Chick nuts this season, has been the conversion rate of the Springdale opponents.
4th and 1, 2 to the bottom, one to the top. There's the snap. Kramer gets the fake over the top in the middle to Curry, and he's off to the races here. To the 10, to 5. That's a touchdown, Harbor.
Springdale bid on the fake, and when 11 guys go towards the ball, one guy's going to pop free, and it was Curry for the touchdown.
Take the replay here.
Extra point's good.
Good on the extra point. We've got a 7-0 ball game with 11:04 left to play. Here in the third.
Cats on the board, 7-0, 11:04 to go in the second. Taking a quick break, folks. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this.
This is a 3rd down and 17. Not a lot of plays in the flex bone for this particular down and distance, but they feel like if they can get within 4, they've got a shot on a 4th down. Pounders.
Oh.
The ball's on the ground again. I think Harbor's got it. They do. The 21-yard line.
Yeah, he pitched it just as he got hit. And, I mean, that's just a hard position to be in. But Cats get the turnover. They get the ball in great field position. Here's the replay here.
Yeah.
You can see.
You just got to eat it. I mean, you just got to eat it there. And Springdale turns it over again, 2nd time tonight. And you put Harbor just on the edge of the red zone.
So 1st and 10 at the 21 for the Cats, 9:37 to go in the second. Cats come to the line of scrimmage. They've got them split, 2 at the top, 2 down at the bottom. Kramer behind Sprague. He's going to get the handoff, delays, sidesteps one. He's going to get to the 19.
Good job avoiding defenders there. Springdale had good penetration, but made something out of nothing.
Tackle made by Michael Dickerson for the Bulldogs.
Second down and 9 at the 20.
Kramer on the night, 42 yards on 11 carries so far.
Wow.
This will be number 12. No,
Gets the fake across. Oh, he hits. That's pass interference on Ashton Stewart.
And Vonnie's going to get whistled for that, and it's going to be an automatic first down. And it looks like they'll probably put it at the 10-yard line.
You know, it's one of those, it's a judgment call, and I think some defensive coaches will say, hey, look, you know, if he's going to score a touchdown, you might as well hit him anyways, right?
Yeah, I mean, Vonnie wasn't in bad position. It was just, you know, you're not playing, you're playing the man, not the ball.
Right.
And it's gonna be an automatic first down, and you know, Harbor will keep the drive going.
March it off. Deep inside the Trade Pro red zone.
It'll be first and goal.
First and goal at the 10, just inside the 10. Kramer adjusts. There's the snap. Kramer gets the handoff. Following blockers has the opening. Touchdown, Harbor Wildcats. Titus Kramer just following blocking. And there's a flag on a play.
By Titus Kramer.
Maybe that's going to be unnecessary touching. Here's a replay right here. You watch this. Kramer does a great job just following his blocks.
Yeah, good blocking, good down blocking, created the seam, and there you go.
Kramer has a great field view, great football IQ, utilizes the big guys up front. If you don't have to get hit, don't get hit. Just follow the daylight.
Vonnie, the deep back. He'll take the pitch. This is Vonnie Williams trying to get outside. He does. 25-yard line, 30. Vonnie Williams at the 35, 40. He's going to be knocked down. Looks like they're going to put him down out near the 45-yard line. Springdale with a big gainer.
Had to be a big stop there by Hamby making it, but they move the sticks. They get the first down. Takes a lot of pressure off the offense. Now they can open up the playbook.
23-yard pickup for Vonnie Williams, his longest run of the year. Springdale with 82 yards rushing on the game so far. It's 3 turnovers, though, looming large. It's what's given Harbor their lead. Clock running, 5:43 to go here in the first half. Springdale down 14. Harbor's done a nice job just sort of playing the game, you know, not taking too many risks. Doing a nice job just sort of taking advantage of what Springdale's given them. Pounders to throw. He's going to fire deep. Looking for Khalil. Ball caught by Khalil Marks at the 23-yard line. One of the best catches you'll ever see. First down, Springdale.
Great hand-eye focus. Brings it in when they absolutely need it the most. Moving the momentum and the sticks at the same time.
When we take a look at it, it's just this ball player making a play. See Jack load up. And Khalil. Look at this. What concentration on the Springdale senior. And the Dogs now set up at the 23-yard line with an opportunity here with 5 minutes to go in the half.
It's across the middle,
Right down
caught.
the middle, yeah.
Down to the 5.
They're going to call the clock's going to stop momentarily down at the 5, and they're going to call the timeout here. One shot at the end zone. If that doesn't work, you kick the field goal. It's been a nice drive.
Yeah.
Big plays, 51 yards so far.
Wood just in the right spot, catches the ball, makes the completion, gets down to the 5. Really puts the pressure on the defense for the Dogs.
The Springdale defense has been asked to do an awful lot tonight. 3 offensive turnovers, and you know Springdale's turned them away twice in the red zone, looking to do it for a 3rd time tonight. And it's a good play. Right down the middle, just you find that little spot there in the dead spot in the zone. Springdale's pretty much an exclusively, you know, what they would call Palms defense, which is 4 across. And, you know, they're going to make you kind of dink and dunk your way down the field. And that was a good route. Found the dead spot, you catch the ball, and boom, you're off and running.
Yeah, would you say the difference so far is the Dogs' penalty and turnovers?
Oh,
I mean,
without question.
I mean, they haven't played bad ball, except just unclean football right now.
Yeah, I mean 3 turnovers, all of them in your own end of the field.
Yeah.
That's certainly been an issue for Springdale. It's not just tonight, but it's been all season long, and it's been that mesh point. And I know the coaches emphasize it. The kids, you know about it. It just, you know, it hasn't manifested itself on a Friday night. You get into situations like this where you're playing from behind.
Yeah, it puts a lot of pressure on the defense. It sure does.
8 seconds to go, and again, Harbor with the timeout. I mean, your whole playbook's available to you.
So Cats come to the line of scrimmage. They got 2 split down to the bottom of your screen, 2 to the top. 1 comes in motion, fakes the handoff, looks left, throws. That's a touchdown. Touchdown, Harbor. Great job on the defense trying to get him out of bounds, but he caught it, kept it. Let's see the replay on that. Just look
It's
here
a
at
good
the top.
throw. I mean, ball placement's perfect.
Yep.
It's right where you want it to be.
Yep. Great job by Wood. Pitch and catch. And that's exactly what the Cats want to do. Take a touchdown at the last second going into the half. Then they get the ball to start the second half. Snap is down, the kick is up. And the kick is good. 21-3, Cats in the lead. We're taking a quick break, folks. We'll be back for the Arkansas Children's Hospital kickoff right after this.
Halftime score, Harbor 21, Springdale 3. It's been a gorgeous night, as you can see here with the drone shot flying over Wildcat Stadium. Glad to have you along here on Springdale Athletic Foundation Television. He's Donald Tucker. I'm Zach Garnes. Second half about to get underway here. We're going to take a look at some first half highlights as we got off and running earlier. You see Harbor coming out of the tunnel, ready to go tonight in the Carolina blue jerseys. You told me this is the first time they've worn that combination with the silver helmets.
I've never seen the chrome helmets and the Carolina top and bottom.
Here's the opening kickoff. Good hit there to start the ball game. And Springdale, opening drive ends in a turnover here, and it's kind of been the story for Springdale. 3 turnovers tonight, 8 in the last 3 games, 9 in the last 3 games if you count the interception. And Harbor got it down to about the 1-inch line. Springdale bows up here. Braden Connor down at the bottom of that pile. This one, the 4th down play. Brandon Lauder, Raxon Reshin turn Harbor away. And, you know, if you're Springdale, you're feeling pretty good at this point, but that Harbor defense, they're playing well, especially up the middle, not letting that fullback dive go, and that's the first step towards defending this flex bone. This on a 4th down, a great play action from Sprague, and Wildcats are on the board.
Yep. Cats do a good job of executing, and I think it boils down to just clean football, and this is a perfect example
This is another turnover for Springdale, this one at the 21-yard line. And, you know, you give Springdale's defense some credit here. You know, you see the touchdown here by Kramer, but they have, they've had their backs against the wall most of the night. 3 turnovers, 9 penalties in the first half. And here's the third of the turnovers. Springdale was able to turn Harbor away on this one. Julian Arroyos with the big play. Then on an incomplete pass there on 4th down. Now this, really the highlight for Springdale offensively. Jack Pounders looking for Khalil Marks down the middle, and this is one of the best catches you'll ever see. Khalil pulls it down at the 23. And that led to a Springdale field goal. But this really kind of a backbreaker for Springdale. Harbor goes right down the field, gets the touchdown, and that's how the scoring ended at 21-3. And both teams back onto the field. Harbor's going to get the football first, and you know I talk about the middle eights a lot. The last 4 of the first half, first 4 of the second half. Harbor won the first half. Now they're going to get the football first. Now something to keep an eye on. Springdale in this very same position last week tried an onside kick, nearly recovered it. So it's just something to keep an eye on as they kick off here to start the second half.
Yeah, it's going to be very important for the Dogs to make a stop here. They got to keep themselves in the game, and they got to keep the game close if they're going to have a chance in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they're going to have to play with a little bit more emotion. It's been I don't want to say subdued game, but it feels like Springdale's played a little bit timid. Harbor's playing loose and free.
Yeah.
They're taking advantage of all the gifts that Springdale has given them, and that's how they've wound up with a 18-point lead as we get ready to start the 3rd quarter. Springdale's kick team's on the far side. Waiting for them to come on there. A.J. Woods has got it teed up. And Harbor's going to get the football first here to start the second half.
To the top, 2 down the bottom, looking right. Throws across the middle. Oh, tipped and caught by the Cats. That's Wood. Wood's still on his feet. He's going to get to the 20. It's like about the 26, 27-yard line. What a great focus to hold on to the ball after being tipped.
Outstanding concentration there, and then the awareness to sort of run with the ball.
Yeah.
Landon Hahn got a hand on it.
Kramer sidesteps one, gets to the outside. He's going to get tangled up. He'll pick up 6 yards, it looks like. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
And this is a big drive here for Harbor just to answer. You know, and get the get the distance back, get it back to an 18-point lead or a 17-point lead. You know, and for Springdale, I mean, this is your opportunity.
Yeah.
You know, you give up 7 here. You know, you put yourself back in that hole again.
Right. 2nd and 5 at the 23. 2 split down to the bottom of your screen. 1 split to the top. Snap, fakes the handoff, looking downfield. Trey Serrano at the back. Touchdown, Harbor! Trey Serrano just open underneath the coverage. Takes it on the slant, and that's 6 points.
Another bust in coverage for Springdale. Just nobody in center field. You can see it. I mean, the safeties come crashing down, and there's just nobody behind Tristan Skelton.
We did a good job of holding on to the football. He knew he was going to get hit, and you have to have self-discipline and mental toughness to hold on to the ball when you know something's going to hurt in just a minute.
9-yard pickup's enough for a first down. Well, 2 catches tonight, 21 yards. Springdale really, by their standards, airing it out. 6 out of 11 for Pounders tonight. This is Kanagaki straight ahead, breaks a tackle, 5-yard line, fighting his way towards the end zone. They're going to put Lodgkit down at the 1-yard line. No, they're going to say he scored. I got one referee saying he's down. I got one saying he's in. So we'll wait for the call. I think they're going to say he's down at the 1. So they're going to put him at the 1-yard line. It's now 1st and goal at the 1. Pounders straight ahead. He's pushed into the end zone. Touchdown, Springdale. Jack Pounders with his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And Springdale draws a little bit closer.
Here's the replay right there. You can just see it's just all effort right there.
This is what Dan Eno says you can't do against the Gaps defense, but Jack Pounders finds his way into the end zone, and Springdale now down by 11, getting ready to kick the extra point here to try and make it a 10-point ball game. The Springdale scoring drives, 14 plays, 80 yards. Jack Pounders gets the last of it and cuts the lead down to 10.
The Dogs just not, and they never have, gone quietly into the night.
You can see what a difference there the wind makes. That ball got up in the jet stream, and now Harbor's got it back on the 20-yard line. Springdale tonight, 182 yards on the ground. Season high, 86 yards passing for a 268. Harbor's very balanced tonight, 78 on the ground, 184 through the air. They've been very efficient on the offensive end.
So it's interesting here. The Dogs behind by 10, but I think we got a lot more touchdowns coming up. Stewart in motion and gets the handoff on a sweep to the top of your screen. Cuts inside, look for some open room. It's a foot race to the end zone, and here they go. Crosses the 30, crosses the 20. Is there gas in the tank? There is. Touchdown, Harbor Wildcats, all the way downfield. It was literally by inches that he made it.
Blocked up the jet sweep correctly. I mean, you can see it. There's the hole, and then just out racing everybody to the end zone, and that's probably the backbreaker that's going to send Harbor onto their second conference win of the year.
Yeah, just an 80-yard run, finding some daylight, running in there, and picks it up. Here's the extra point. Snap is down, the kick is up, and I don't believe that made it. It did not make it. 34-18, Cats in the lead over the Dogs. 10:02 to go in the fourth. We'll be back right here on Springdale Athletic Foundation Television. Well, as you know, tonight's broadcast, just like every night for the Springdale Athletic Foundation, is student-led. We have a lot of students. One of them there is the Springdale camera operator. That's Jamie Tadrick. She's part of the broadcast team. There's Francisca Vargas, another one of the Springdale camera operators. It's the one on the camera operating tonight. There's Cesar Batras, one of the producers. Yeah, he dresses up nice. There's Carlos. Carlos does a great job. He's directing tonight's game. Fantastic. And Alexei Vargas is one of the producers here for tonight. And there's Alexander Gerard and Aiden Harp. Aiden does a great job. This is the second year with Aiden. True professional. Those guys are fantastic. Students all here within the district. 2 of them former students, but as we said, this is an award-winning program, and that's all because of the students right here in Springdale Public Schools.
Well, they do a great job. They keep us in line, which is not the easiest thing in the world to do.
We are definitely the weakest links in this chain.
No question.
Welcome back. Appreciate you guys sticking with us here on the post-game report for the Springdale Athletic Foundation Television. Cats over the Dogs this year, 41-24. It's been a great night, and we couldn't have brought it to you without Springdale Athletic Foundation. Brought to you in part by Slim Chickens, Trade Pro, United Federal Credit Union, Tacos for Life, Storm Swiderski Orthodontics. So the Dogs fall to the Cats this year. That's, I guess we talked about it a lot. Basically, you just don't know who's going to show up team-wise for week after week. And when these guys get together, it's a battle anyways. No matter what the record is, it's the Super Bowl.
It is, and there's a lot of emotion that goes along with it. These kids all know each other. You play junior high athletics all the way down to your upward basketball. I mean, these kids have all played against each other. They all know each other, and it's you want to beat them. You want to beat them more than you may want to beat a Fayetteville or a Bentonville. Right. Because when you walk into the grocery store, and you see them, you got one over them, and right. That's super important. Springdale, the first half was about as bad as it could get for them. Yeah. The turnovers, double-digit 9 penalties in the first half. The 3 turnovers just put them in a hole. But they fought back in the second half. Had opportunities. It's just every time that they were getting close to getting back in the game, Harbor had an answer, and you got to give Harbor a lot of credit for that.
Yeah, a lot of times you talk to the coaches, what's the key to success? It's no penalties, no turnovers.
Yep. And Springdale did all of it.
Yep.
And that's something that I think they'll look back on and they'll be frustrated with. I mean, they played hard, they competed hard, they always do. It's just the little things. Their margin for error is pretty razor thin, and you see Jack getting in there with the quarterback sneak. And at that point, you felt like Springdale was back in it, right, and really had all the momentum. But this play right here by Ashton Stewart just sort of shut it down.
Yeah.
And, this right here, I mean, that's just pure speed. That's an athlete.
Yep.
And that play pretty much put it away. Springdale would get another score, but of course Harbor would answer right back.
Yeah. Yep, great athletes make great plays. You've said it 100 times, and that's exactly what happened tonight. The Cats played smooth football, complimentary football, both sides of the ball. Few turnovers, few penalties, and that was the big difference in the game. Score doesn't reflect.
Yeah, my coaches used to tell us, look, if the other team's going to give it to you, you can let them.
Right.
Don't give it back to them. I mean, if they're going to give it to you, let them. And Springdale created some opportunities for Harbor, and Harbor took advantage of them.
So coming up next week, you've got Rogers,
Yep.
to a
Yeah,
tough
Rogers.
team. That's a very tough football
Rogers
team.
is one of those teams that's ascending. They're probably, it looks like as the conference shakes out, it's Fayetteville and Bentonville, whichever way you want to put them, and then there's a gap, and it's probably Rogers in that third spot, depending on the outcome tonight. With Bentonville West, and Southside's a tricky team. Boy, they can score a bunch of points. Yeah. They don't play a lot of defense, but they can score a lot of points. So, the conference is sort of shaking out. Harbor's now into the postseason tournament. It would be very unlikely that Springdale or Heritage is going to win 2 games in the conference the rest of the way, and Harbor holds the tiebreaker over both of them.
Right.
So the Cats are in, and if Springdale is going to find a way, they're going to have to win 2 games in their last 4.
Yeah, 2 games the hard way. Cats go to Bentonville West next Friday night. We appreciate you guys tuning in here to Springdale Athletic Foundation Television. I'm Donald Tucker. That's Zach Arns. Next Friday night for the Bulldogs. Next Friday night for the Cats.
Mounties at Gerald Williams Bulldog Stadium.
Yeah, historical. Great drone shot there. Appreciate the students on the production crew. Appreciate the Springdale Athletic Foundation. Appreciate Superintendent Dr. Jared Cleveland, Principal Dr. Paul Greep, and Jason Jones, and the Executive Director of Athletics, Keith Fimple. We'll see you next Friday night right here on Springdale Athletic Foundation Television.